Hey guys, Rika here, and today I am bringing you Skyscale of Water. First off, we're going for the nature of water. You'll want to head over to the Market Ruins waypoint in Domain of Vabi and head southeast to the Hanging Gardens. If you already went through my first part of Saving Skyscales where I showed how you talk to the 4 Elder Jinn at the Hanging Gardens for the 4 natures, you can skip this step, see the timestamps below, and skip to the next one. For those of you who have not watched that first video, what we need to do at the Hanging Gardens is to find 4 Elder Jinn in the very center. If they're not there, we have to basically complete kind of a mini puzzle, lighting 8 braziers, which requires killing the 8 veteran elementals at the Hanging Gardens. There is also an event that happens at the Hanging Gardens where you would kill the Jinn. That is actually very difficult event to complete. And if you show up and that is active and you don't have any help, I would recommend calling some friends over. I actually did, after I was finished getting my natures, try to solo that event, and that didn't go well. What can I say? I'm not Lord Hizen. Credit to Hubedihubbe, I hope I said that right, for the photo. It is absolutely one of my favorites of Lord Hizen. As I mentioned before in part 1, it is a little bit easier if you just use a skimmer along the water at the bottom there, because the lightning doesn't keep hitting you from the brand when you're on the skimmer or when you're flying. It's whenever you land on the ground, and it can be a little bit faster that way. I'm just stubborn and I like climbing, so I stuck with the raptor and the springer. And it looks like we have some veteran elemental spawns, so it looks like we're going to have to do the mini puzzle to light the 8 braziers and get the Jinn to arrive. Now we've got the Jinn to pop out of hiding, we can go over and talk to the Grand Elder and get the nature of water. Careful with that first option, that will start the fight. And now you'll want to head over to the Allied Encampment waypoint in Domain of Corna, we're going to be going northwest to the Ntouka pond. Or is it Ntouka? I'm going to say Ntouka because I don't actually know how it's pronounced for sure, and that's a very odd word. I'm in the habit of going up toward the farm, so I didn't stay on the road. If you stay on the road going northwest, you will actually find a little sort of archway that goes into the area where the Ntouka pond is. Fair warning for those who have not been into this area before, it is quite hostile. You will probably want to equip some sort of evasion skills if you can, especially for underwater skills. Just because the crazed broodmother does spawn in Ntouka Pond, and that is a legendary enemy, she's angry. One suggestion I do have on your way to the pond, if you have the underwater skimmer, if you have that mastery unlocked, I would recommend getting on the skimmer and going into the pond mounted, just because it's going to be very difficult to get out of combat if you don't do that. If you don't have the underwater skimmer, I would recommend, like I said before, evasion skills and swim speed infusions if you can get your hands on those. Ascended gear is cheaper than ever with the Wizard's Vault if you're able to get some of that and just, you know, slap a couple of infusions in there. Or of course you could just get an ascended like trinket or something and slap it in there. The easiest way to do the swim speed infusions, in my opinion, if you have Living World Season 3 and Bitterfrost Frontier unlocked, gather winterberries. You can do it on multiple characters on the same day. Get yourself the Ascended Aqua Breather and then put the infusion in that. Of course, I didn't do that with the infusion, but I do have the helm. As you can see, I just jumped into the water here, and you're going to have to swim all the way down to the bottom and channel the concentration of magic. Keep that in mind, you're going to have to be out of combat. And if the broodmother is here, just call it out in map chat, get some help, and even start an LFG if you have a commander tag especially, and people will pop up because there is an achievement for killing the broodmother. That's 2 down and 2 to go. Next up, we're in Bloodtide Coast at the Mournful Waypoint. All we have to do is swim all the way down almost to the bottom. There's going to be the concentration of magic that we'll have to channel, and that will be number 3. Worth noting, if you have the Castavall waypoint, you can use that and just swim directly down from the waypoint. I didn't have the waypoint, and it is sometimes contested, so showing the Mournful waypoint I think is also useful.
It begins!
This is Castavall Waypoint, and the concentration of magic is actually quite a ways down from here. Also, there is a hero point, so I would recommend grabbing that before you go. And that's 3 down, just 1 more, and it's gonna be the most fun. Here I'm going to show you how to set up your taco markers for the Derelict Delve. If you already know how to do this, or you don't care to use taco markers or pathing with Blish HUD, go ahead and skip to the next timestamp. We are at the Derelict Delve waypoint in Desert Highlands. We are going to have to do the entire Derelict Delve mini dungeon puzzle thing in order to get the Waters of Derelict Delve. If you haven't done Derelict Delve before, It is a mini dungeon and puzzle. It's quite involved and it can be kind of time consuming. It's going to unlock the Rune-Locked Doors Achievement, so you can look that up and it will be linked in the description below. If you waypoint or log out from your character, you will lose whatever runestone that you are holding, but you will not lose the progress in unlocking the doors. So remembering where you left off is really important here. I ended up getting disconnected, I think it was a total of 5 times. So there are some cuts in this part of the video that may not make a lot of sense. It's just because I had to piece together where I left off when I was disconnected, as sometimes it kept me inside one of the rooms and sometimes it kicked me out of the door. So in that first room, there was a runestone on the table that I picked up. If you didn't see that, outside of the room you turn left, there's going to be a door and a pressure plate in front of the door. The pressure plate in front of the door is where you're going to be placing the runestones in the floor. As I said, I will be doing a dedicated video for Derelict Delve to make sure that I'm not missing any of the details, as it can be easy to get lost in here if you haven't done it before especially. I will also be picking up 2 of the other items for other collections in the Saving Skyscales meta collection, the Fires of the Depths and the Ice of the Land. If you need those, timestamps are below for them, and they are going to be basically gathered as part of my whole endeavor to gather the runestones and unlock all of the doors. If you have a Mesmer friend who is willing to go through here and give you portals, that is doable. You don't actually have to unlock the doors yourself if you have a friend who has unlocked them and can give you a portal. It is a common problem here to remain in combat ad nauseum. Do not log out. You will lose whatever runestone you're holding. But if you use the pressure plates to leave the room and come back in, that often resets it. And if you have a pet or a mech, dismissing them and waiting until you leave combat to bring them back really works fast. As you can see, I'm working on unlocking the next door. This is going to be where we will find the Fires of the Depths and of course runestones that we're going to need for the third door. I'm going to just go ahead and keep going with this, and I will see you at the next timestamp. Alright, so I have gathered the runestones to unlock the second door here, and we're going to go in, find another runestone, and the Fires of the Depths. Keep in mind there is a rather angry veteran Jinn in here that you're going to have to kill in order to do these things. Thankfully for the Fires of the Depths, you just have to run into the lava and run back out. You don't have to channel anything, so don't worry about dying in the lava. I'm just going to grab the runestone first, and then the Fires of the Depths. I did actually get disconnected after this, so I had to come back and get the runestone again. If that happens to you, just make sure that you go back to the last runestone that you had to pick it up, because you won't have it. Alright, now I'm going to work on unlocking the third door, and I will see you at the next timestamp.
is power. Join me. My light is extinguished.
Next up, we are going to get the Ice of the Land for the Skyscale of Ice collection, and we're also going to grab a runestone to unlock the last door. This is a room where you're probably going to have to fight your way through, at least somewhat. I had to cut out a couple of sections where I had longish fights just because I couldn't mount in order to grab what I needed from the room. And of course to get on the Springer and to leave the room. So just take your time, and if you have any stealth abilities, they are your friend. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this out, grab the Ice of the Land and the next runestone, and I will see you at the next timestamp for the last room and Waters of Derelict Delve. Finally, we're at the last room. If you didn't have it already, you should have the Rune-Locked Doors Achievement. And now all we have to do is take a very long dive into a very cold body of water, swim down, and grab the Waters of Derelict Delve. Now to just channel this one here, and we will be done with Skyscale of Water. Congratulations on making it this far and not tearing your hair out. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think of Derelict Delve and anything that you'd like to see in the future, and I will see you in the next video, Skyscale of Fire.